Hello everybody and welcome to Wine Country TV. My name is Simon.
And my name is Pup.
Hello Pup.
Hello Simon, you're looking very springy.
I feel springy today on such a beautiful spring day in Hunter Valley Wine Country. You may have noticed, Pup, that we've had some minor budget cuts.
I had noticed, I'm talking about wine, Simon.
We should raise a toast to spring in Hunter Valley Wine
To spring.
Country. Pup, it's been a very effervescent start to spring in Wine Country.
Don't I know it, Simon? I've been out socialising and, of course, tasting lovely wines.
Who wouldn't? Spring began early with the opening of our fabulous new Hermitage Rd Cycleway. Everybody was there, local celebrities and socialites, including yourself.
Thank you. Yes, of course.
Singleton and Cessnock mayors.
This project has truly been an important investment in our communities and in particular for our thriving tourism sector.
Congratulations on a job extremely well done.
And the chairman of the Hunter Alliance, George Souros.
And our local members, Simon.
Our local members are always with us, Pup.
Of course.
Yes, it was opened by our state member, Michael Johnson.
Wonderful piece of infrastructure, and I duly declare it open.
And our federal member, the Honourable Joel Fitzgibbon, also came along for the ride.
The only thing missing was the lycra.
Thank God for that. It's great to see so many people using the cycleway during this beautiful spring weather. We also saw the reopening of the iconic Lindermans Winery. It was recently purchased by the Hunter Illustrials. Now that's a new word for the news desk.
I'll pop it in the dictionary, shall I?
Yep, Brian McGuigan and Colin Peterson.
It's wonderful to see it back in local hands, isn't it?
It is. And we also had another wonderful night put on by the Scarborough family, celebrating their 30th birthday.
It was a great night, great food, amazing wines, and we wish them another 30 successful years.
Or more with the next generation on board. It'll be a long time before the sun sets on Scarborough wine.
Absolutely.
Yes. Pup, you would have seen, if you had your glasses on, that the 2018 vintage is well and truly underway.
That's rather rude, Simon, but yes, I agree. I've seen a few people rubbing their thumbs up and down vines. It's a bit weird.
Not really, Pup. They're actually shoot thinning or thumb pruning the vines.
Okay.
We sent out our #1 reporter to find out the facts.
That's me.
That's you.
Oh. Well, I'm here today with Bob and James Lusby. Hi, guys, and thank you very much for having us here. So, how are you finding the season going at this stage?
Well, it's been a really good start to the season, dry, which means the vines are really healthy. We've had no threat from too much moisture, and the vines have taken off. You can see here how they've really...
They're floppy, Bob.
They are floppy. They've shot up and they're flopping over. And all these berries, which you can see just in here,
Yes.
need a little bit more sunshine as the season progresses. So as they build up the phenolics, the chemicals in the skin, which actually produce the quality in the red wine.
Okay.
So that's what we're after. And in order to achieve that, James and I start lifting the wire.
Why do you lift the wires?
Well, the wires obviously lift up all the hangover, and so by lifting up
The floppy bits.
the floppy bits, exactly, no floppy bits. We also do a bit of tucking as we go along to make sure there isn't any floppy bits, and that way you obviously get more sunlight and more airflow as well. So you don't get a sort of a dead spot where there's not too much light and there's not too much shade. So you're trying to get that sort of balance, because you don't want the berries overexposed, because you can get sunburn, but just that right amount of dappled light is what.
So what if they do get sunburned?
It's less than desirable. You'll find you might get a few of the outside
It's a
berries.
lot to get sunburn cream on each berry.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Is that SPF 15?
Yeah, well, actually, you do spray sunscreen on
Really?
it. Yeah, it's a
Really?
clay. Yeah, it's a
Oh my
little clay
God.
powder.
We try not to do that, but we do what's called VSP, or vertical shoot positioning. So when we lift this up, the shoots go up vertically, but we do like to have a little bit of overhang because the sun comes up there in the east, and that just gives a little bit of shade, so that dappled light appearance. And that's called a variation of VSP, or vertical shoot positioning. It's called Smart Dyson Ballerina.
Sucking and turning?
Well, certainly a little bit of overhang, and you're not allowed to look up.
Once they get to a certain height, do they keep going up? How do you keep
No,
them any higher?
Might have to come along and do a bit of chippy chop chop.
Do you? It sounds like
Just
a little dance.
See how now there's lots of space under there?
Yes.
If it's rains, for instance, you want it to dry out quickly. You don't want the water hanging around. So by lifting these shoots up, it lets the air circulate, dries them out quickly, and you get a better quality grape at the end of it. So it's a mechanical way of enhancing the quality of the grapes.
And so is a drier season better?
Oh, you do need water. Water.
Easier to manage. In a dry season, you have to do a lot of irrigating, where the wet season, you have to do a lot of slashing. There's that sort of,
Pros and cons?
Pros and cons for both of them.
Well, this is one of the interesting things. We live in the Hunter Valley, which is a summer rainfall challenged vineyard area. So
That's a nice way of putting it.
It is. So is Bordeaux, so is Tuscany, for instance. And Richard Smart, the viticulturalist, says that in summer rainfall challenged areas, the vines actually produce these chemicals, or phenolics, to protect themselves as much as anything else. Whereas in irrigation areas, they don't have to, so they don't have the same level of phenolics, so the quality of the grape is not as good. Contrary to what you might expect, but with a little bit of summer rainfall, the actual vines produce a better quality grape. There you go.
Perfect from Chinchilla, of course.
Yes. Oh, of course. Who else? Or any other good, well-represented Hunter Valley.
Of course.
Oh, around Hermitage, should I say.
Of course you should. Oh, well done. Thank you very much for having us here today and telling us all our information.
Yeah, no, our pleasure.
Simon, people do tend to forget that we are in the farming industry and it's very weather dependent.
It is very much so. But, Pup, did you notice what was falling out of the sky the other day?
Not someone from a balloon, I hope.
No, Pup. It was rain. Again. Beautiful rain. Which is a wonderful segue to the weather report, Pup.
Weather today has been brought to you by this Wombat Crossing Chardonnay. As you can see, it's only moving slightly, so there's just a slight breeze. Shadow on the ground, yes, it's sunny, and it's a gorgeous day. That's the weather.
Thank you, Pup, for the weather.
Pleasure.
Before we go, I have some amazing news.
Oh, what?
Keep an eye out on the Around Hermitage website and their Facebook page for news of this event, which is just huge. Well, that's it for Wine Country News and weather, and thank you for joining us. Thank you, Pup.
Thank you, Simon, and here's cheers to spring and the 2018 vintage.
Cheers to the 2018 vintage.
Absolutely.
I can do anything. I can reach any goal today. I can do what I want. I can be what